Hello students, in this class of ours we are going to study what is the second law of motion. See, second law of motion statement goes like this. The rate of change of momentum, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied and displacement takes place in the direction of force applied. Rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force applied and displacement takes place in the direction of force applied. This we will see. See, having studied what the momentum is, we have studied in the previous class that momentum is denoted by P and it is nothing but product of mass and velocity. So if I write M and U, we are studying this second law with the help of a body which initially was moving with the velocity U and finally the velocity of it becomes V and the time taken during this change of velocity is T. So having said that, when you multiply U, that is initial velocity with the mass, this becomes initial momentum. And if you multiply V with the mass, this becomes final momentum. And if you subtract them, this becomes change in momentum. And if you divide it by time, this T is time and time. This is the time during which the velocity of the object has become V from U. So this is time, the initial momentum, final momentum, you subtract, this is change in momentum, you divide it by time, this becomes rate of change of momentum, and by definition, this becomes directly proportional to force. Initial momentum, final momentum, when you subtract it, this was change in momentum, divided by time, this became rate of change of momentum, and time, let me again tell you, this is the time during the velocity of body from U becomes V. So this rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force applied. Now further we can say that F is proportional to, we can write M if you take as common, this becomes V minus U upon T. And from first equation of motion which was V is equal to U plus AT, we can write V minus U is equal to AT, or also you can say A is equal to V minus U upon T. So from here you see A, V minus U upon T, that could be related with A. So we can write F is proportional to M into A. And for removing this proportionality or changing into equality, we can use a constant here, KMA. And in the SI system, the value of this K here is 1. So your F becomes M into A. This is the derivation of F is equal to MA from the second law of motion. Second law of motion, let me again summarize, says that rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied and displacement takes place in the direction of force applied. So we studied that momentum is product of mass and velocity. When you multiply with initial velocity, it is mass, it becomes initial momentum. When the mass is multiplied with the final momentum, it becomes final velocity, it becomes final momentum. When you subtract them, this becomes change in momentum. If you divide by T, which is time taken by the body when its useless velocity change from U to V. So this becomes rate of change of momentum. By definition, that is directly proportional to force. Now M is taken out common, V minus U upon T. From first equation of motion, V minus U upon T is replaced as A. So F is proportional to M into A. And F is equal to KMA, and K, SI unit, in SI units, K is computed as 1. So we can write F is equal to MA. This is second law, and the derivation goes like this. And another part of this was that the direct displacement will take place in the direction of force applied. Everyday observation proves it beyond doubt that in whichever the direction you apply force, the motion will definitely be in the that direction only. So this was all about second law, its applications, and other things we will see in the next class. But right now, this is more than enough.